finish goes to Gracie.
I have never seen that before in my life. For those that don't know, he pointed to a Gracie tattoo on his arm.
He's got those long legs to do that.
Almost there, needs to get that right voice.
Toes out.
Seems content with the one hook. He has a banana split here. If you can go around the leg, going for the guillotine. The wrestling guillotine of the twister right here. He's got the twister.
Toes out.
He might have it. He does.
He does. He just had to get the toes out of the cage, and once he did, it was a legal maneuver, and CJ Mckee was finished.
Danny Mitchell, the cheesecake assassin. Not a lot of twister finishes in MMA. Is that what you were looking for from the beginning with that single hook?
Yeah, man, I called it. If I get that single hook in on the back, it's done. That's my second twister in Pro MMA. I think I'm the only guy to finish it twice on a big show like this. You know what I mean? That's my move, man.
A win here at the O2 Arena. Huge show, exactly the finish you wanted.
Yeah, Imada definitely looks fresh. Oh, and a good double leg. Masvidal not having any of it.
Yeah, able to stuff it pretty easily there.
Well, let's see if he's able to finish. Oh, Masvidal now in on a single leg. Oh, this is going to be interesting. How does this end? They don't teach you any moves from this position, let me tell you.
Huh. You see Imada locking in on Masvidal's neck there with his leg.
Yeah, Imada's backwards on an upside-down triangle. Oh, Masvidal's unconscious! Oh my God, a huge upset! An upside-down triangle! Jorge Masvidal in on a double leg. Toby Imada locks in an upside-down triangle and just holds on to the inner thigh there, not letting Masvidal get any leverage, and Masvidal didn't even feel it coming. You see his face there as he just kind of goes unconscious. How do you teach that?
Unbelievable.
AJ made it very clear this week, even if he's on the bottom, he's going to make him work, make him take elbows, make him take strikes, make him feel like there's something always going on in the fight.
There we go. Now we're going to look for elbows off this position. Let's get some elbows going.
There you see it right there, Josh. Little heel kicks.
Stop him.
As the fight goes on, those pay dividends. Nice elbow though.
That was a nice heavy elbow by Darian
Walk
Caldwell.
him to the cage. Trying to break your base. You got to climb. Climb, young man, climb.
John, there's a lot of energy being used though right now by Darian to hold him in place. There's a lot of intensity. That type of stuff will tend to wear your gas tank out as the round goes on.
It is all over! Just like that! Darian Caldwell submitted by AJ Mckee! Darian's head is to the left, which is causing it to pinch as soon as he starts to bring that over. Look at what we've got here. Look at the crank on his head. He starts to get pressure on it. He's trying to relieve it with his arm. He can't do it. Now you see the tap.
And the figure four keeps him from trying to get his butt higher up in the air. You watch AJ Mckee here. As he starts to put it on, he locks his leg figure four, so he can't try to back out. And there's no way for him to posture and pop his head out. And he's just putting pressure on that shoulder and that neck as well.
Ninth first round finish for AJ Mckee.
George is just tenaciously holding on to a guillotine position, even though George is in side control.
Yeah, but he could be trapping that hand with his left arm. I can't see from this position here if he can pull the right arm out at all.
Now George has his head free.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's out.
Forges got caught on the Von Flue choke.
I have never seen that before in my life. They were literally arguing about whether or not he was out. He was completely out.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
His eyes are in the back of his head.
He's out.
Actually won an argument with a referee. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
The second Von Flue choke finish in the history of Bellator. Chad George defeats Mark Vorges.
I think he went out as he was slipping out of the submission. So, man, pure sportsmanship by Chad George. Didn't throw a single punch. Would rather argue with the referee than throw a punch at a guy he believes is out.
Dictating what's happening. He's going after different things. He's trying to switch things up to create that problem where Isaiah gets caught a move behind and then can't catch back up to stop what Patchy Mix is doing.
Like Josh made the point about the fight we saw before, if you hold on to one attempt too long, you can burn yourself out. In this case, Patchy No Love Mix is not doing that.
Now he's going after, look what he's doing here, this is a pseudo stretch if he gets it. That is a painful maneuver.
That is all over! Catchy, no love mixes 12-0.
Look at where his leg is at. It's now straight on the outside. That's a terrible position to be in.
Master of his domain on the ground.
Look at what you're looking at with Jiu-Jitsu and what he just did in bringing the fight to Kyle going into his back. That's because kinetic energy was beating him by big shots by Kyle Walker. This is his world.
Dennis swiveling the hips. Walker trying to create separation, trying to posture up. Walker trying to escape. Dennis looking for the leg lock, looking for that knee bar.
All he needs to do is take his time with what he has right here. Look at the position. He's going to go for a toe hold. There you go.
And it is over. And as advertised, Dylan Dennis, a huge threat on the ground, 1-0 in his MMA career as he vanquishes Kyle Walker.
Class and looking at the leg position of what Dylan Dennis does right here, takes his time, doesn't go into a straight knee bar, decides to roll his hips over, comes out on top, tucks the arm, takes a toe hold, bends it over. There's your tap coming. That is what a true grappler does under his conditions.
There's the judo throw, head and arm. That can be dangerous in MMA though. If she pulls her head out, she can take her back. Trying to extend the arm. Going from the arm bar from that position. Problem is the hips aren't exactly in the right spot to finish it. So she's trying to extend the left arm of Middleton. Middleton has one hook in. Gonna look to pull her head out and take the back.
Denise Keelholtz told us she has spent the last 3 months working on her ground.
Now she got it!
Just like
Denise Keelholtz by submission.
Say that again.
Denise Keelholtz by submission.
That's right, a kickboxing world champion who won by submission in the first round. And look at that arm stretch. Hip got over it, and that was it.
Wild is rangy.
Hit to the body from Primus, but Wild catching him, and Wild on top and trying to grab some form of control, but Primus reacting well.
Primus got a very good type rubber guard position, so what he's doing here is he's working for that omoplata, potentially the gogoplata, which he's got here. He's trying to get that. There you go. He's trying to throw that right leg up over the shoulder.
Look at this from Primus.
He's pulling down on that head, which is choking. That foot is right up underneath the chin of Tim Wild. There it is.
Wild submits. Primus just too good on the floor. Way too good.
Primus has let him set in on that rubber guard position. From here, he should have tried to like push, make space away, maybe bring his arm, because once he was here, he was setting that choke in. Normally you got to throw that right leg up and over the shoulder to kind of pull him down even more, but he wasn't able to escape from that position once it was set in.
You see the full, well-rounded MMA game of Oliver Enkamp on display here in the first 4 minutes of this fight. Heavy elbows.
Big elbows right there, dog. Getting up. Enkamp now in a position. Looking, he can switch to a Darce. He can go to a Japanese necktie right here. He's got the leg. He's going Japanese necktie.
It is all over! Oliver Enkamp, another first-round finish inside the Bellator cage.
That's one of my go-to submissions. I think it's referred to as a Japanese necktie. So it's almost like a Darce choke, like the commentator said, but a little bit different in the grip. I usually use it from this position, so I'm glad it worked in the fight too, because I've only done it in practice so far.
Her two, Duran started training at age 9. She was looking for a sport to keep her fit, and she just has never stopped.
Martial arts for women is so important, in my opinion. It's great because it gives...
It is all over! The submission from the bottom by Monika Choklikova.
Well, you can see, watch the arms of Choklikova. They'll go behind her knees when she raises that guard up. Here she goes, that's super guard. And she starts to squeeze in on the rib cage. It's the lower, that floating rib starts to get squeezed.
see the tap out from Duran. She did not know how to deal with it. That's when you look at someone, you say, a lack of knowledge on the ground led to that defeat.
Just this type of stuff, because these are things that most jiu-jitsu guys don't see from this type of wrestling.
That leg is in danger once again. He needs to be careful with that left leg. You see him taking and arching that ankle back, pulling it back so Neiman can't force a straight ankle lock. He needs to be careful of that inverted heel hook.
No, but what he's doing is he pushed that leg to the other side so he could go reverse heel hook on this, or the inverted heel hook as you like to call it. But what John needs to do is he needs to tripod up and push his hands to the mat. What Ed Ruth made the mistake last night of doing is letting his balance get taken forward.
They're talking to each other with smiles on the face.
That's good.
It is all over.
Look at what's going on here. This is where he had his leg trapped. You see John's left leg under there. Look at where he's got the heel. He is knee barring and pulling on that with a twist. It's almost a connection of that heel hook, the inverted heel hook, but the straight knee bar position. He's pulling and twisting that down. That is an inverted heel hook with the hips engaging that knee. That is a painful submission. Beautiful job.
Cecilia from behind. Trying to power, trying to muscle Cecilia down to the ground. Now looking for the standing arm triangle choke. Here's a Manuel Sanchez.
I'm telling you right now, look at it. If he gets that tight, he can put him out standing up.
Standing arm triangle choke being employed.
It is tight. You can see it on Cecilia's face.
Three consecutive submissions to kick off Bellator 198. Are we on the verge of seeing the fourth?
That pressure with the legs and being able to extend his body back is only going to make the choke tap.
It's over! 4 first-round submission finishes at Bellator 198.
The position all of a sudden gets his head right behind, sinks in an actual head and arm choke, brings the hand over the top. Sam is stuck in this position, but if he stays on his feet, he has the ability to keep a pressure that he can still keep one side open and not get choked out. It creates a pressure where he can push back. It makes the choke tighter, and Sam Cecilia has to tap out or he's going to go out. Go, front choke. You got a front naked choke on this. That can be tight. He gets that leg and controls the leg of Marcus Surratt.
10 seconds.
He's trying to press down with his weight on that choke.
He gives the thumbs up. We're headed to the third round. He's out. And it is over.
He's fighting the referee.
And when I say adopted Gracie, as they get underway quickly, and Aviv looks for an early submission.
He went right for an Imanari roll. Right now he's in a position to get this heel hook.
And he hit it right
Just like that. Wow.
Comes out quickly. Imanari rolls into that leg. He gets a hold of it. Needs to set his legs in position. Now he has it. Starting to put pressure on that. Beautiful heel hook. That has got to be the fastest submission in Bellator history.
Position where your opponent can make the decision for you.
90 seconds remain. McFarland would love to get a finish.
Trying to isolate the arm. She might have it. Got it.
And it's all over. Alima Lane McFarland is the first ever Bellator flyweight champion.
And right here, look at that. A triangle over the arms. Not exactly a triangle position, but look at this. She isolates the arm, and as soon as the base goes right there, that is it. She can't resist the armbar anymore once her base goes. Look at it. She falls over to her right. Arm is straight, and that is all she wrote. Beautiful job by Alima Lane McFarland.
On the ground. Not easy to do both.
Now in inverted triangle position. Could he get it? He does!
There's the tap from Kelly Amundsen! And the knockout specialist scores a remarkable submission win to claim this Bellator light heavyweight tournament.
Now you heard those yells twice. Then he steps over the head, look, locks up the triangle. And quick tap from Kelly Anderson. This has to be one of the most unusual fights I have ever seen. Not just finishes, very unusual fight. Those huge legs around the neck and arm of Kelly Anderson. He had nowhere to go. Very quick tap. Look at the hip pressure from Liam McGeary.